All right, Sci-Fi Express Lane. We in post-Wakanda mode, right? Wakanda Forever is banging. I gave my reviews on all that. So now I'm switching gears. I'm like, now I want to see what I want to, what is it set up for this Avatar movie, Water, the Way of Water, right? I want to see what's going to go on with this. First of all, I think, of course, you got to realize that Avatar knew Wakanda was sort of crouching in on its market, right? And they needed to see, they wanted to wait to see what Wakanda's reactions were going to be before they started releasing more information from the trailer, right? And this is what, years in the making. I'm gonna say, was it 9 years or something like that? 9 years in the making? I don't think, maybe 6, 7 years. Anyway, Avatar been waiting to come out a long time. I know James Cameron put out the sequels and all that in his original thing, but I don't think anybody expected the first Avatar to do as well as it did. And so even though he had ideas set up, to do more movies, it took a while. And I mean, I guess you could Google it. I'm just trying to recap all that. It's not important to what I'm saying. Anyway, now that the movie is coming out, we've had Aquaman and we've had now Namor, right? He doesn't call himself Submariner, which is interesting. But we've had an underground water city. And that's interesting because now we've actually had a look at that type of world. And so now with Avatar coming out, what are we going to see? This is going to be our third underwater world. Will we see a different type of underwater world and underwater living? I mean, it seems, I liked Namor's world, Kukulkan, right? I liked his world better than I liked Aquaman. Aquaman's was trash, ridiculous. I like Jar Jar Binks' world, if we're gonna go underwater, from Star Wars. I like his world better than Aquaman. I liked Namor's world, it's easier to say, I'm gonna say that, better. I like the people, right? I like the people. I like he had air pockets in it. They swam with fish, they breathed water, but it seemed like, they were very open to air breathing, and it gave them an opportunity to do it. It was, I don't know, I mean, Aquaman had a lot of really weirdness under there, and I don't know. So we're gonna see, first of all, in the Na'vi people is a people, I don't know what they call, I forgot what they call the species, right? But the species, they're not human. So whether they all can breathe underwater, we have no idea. Whether they're amphibious, land and water, we don't know. So that's all possible. Shoot, they can talk to animals by using their feathers in their tail, right? So who knew that, right? So now they are going underwater, and we're going to see how they communicate, because that's a world building technique, and what they're going to do, how they're going to swim, right? And it seems like they communicate, or they have a relationship that's not adversarial, right? You don't see humans running up and touching lions and wolves. There's air-breathing animals that are dangerous to us. In the Avatar world, which, is like an indigenous world, so we're made to believe that they have ability to do things with animals that indigenous people on Earth do, right? However, we do have some dumb, ignorant indigenous people on Earth. Some that are scared of every animal. There's others that talk to every animal. So it's it's up in the air. And are these people, the Navis or the Avatar species, the Pandorans, right? All the tribes of Pandora, are they all capable of speaking to animals without any type of training or knowledge or philosophy? They just can do it. Who knows, right? James Cameron is building an interesting world. Now, I don't really have any kind of expectations. My story predictions, right, are sort of that, of course, the humans took an ass whooping in the first movie. So it's very natural to believe that they're going to come back and retaliate. I doubt if it's going to be a different human species. I think it's going to be the same people that took the ass whooping before in a straight continuation storyline, you know. I guess people will want to see that. I will tell you what I would like to see, but I'm writing my own stuff. So anyway, I don't know what happened with, us going underwater. I don't think they're going to stay underwater. I just think it's a one out. It's funny because a couple of my stories, the Harlem Shake series, the fourth book is supposed to explore the underwater inhabitants, sort of a Captain Nemo type thing. I haven't gotten around to writing it yet. Hopefully next year that's on the table, and my what do you call it? So all of them was going underwater. I even got a book going underwater. Harlem Shake 4. It ain't out yet. It isn't even written. It's just an outline, beautiful outline. But yeah, it's wondering, wow. Now the other thing now, so where I would go, right? Trying to make this interesting, but where I would go as a writer is kind of where I'm going now with my Planning to Keep Alive book 4, and then I'm writing a short story. Should start this week writing it. I'm putting it out there. The War with the Yahoos. I'm going to use this video to promote that a little bit, because one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video was to put this out because I wanted it on record before the next movie comes out and my idea looks like a copy, right? So I love the underwater. We all going with the underwater. I'm down with underwater. But what I have, and it was a little bit revealed in my Twa-Man book, but my characters are also like indigenous Americans or indigenous people, right? First world people, like the Navi and the Pandorans seem to be on the whole planet, because Pandora don't seem like it has any technologically metal building cities. It's all seems like it's a planet of first world people. That's their natural people. Seems like the whole planet is that way. So anyway, I wanted to do something like that as well, and I started writing Planet Keep Line, and then I said, dang, let me give them out to space. And on Planet Keep Line, I didn't really get into how they talk to the animals. They're just first world people, and probably everything comes with some special technique or some priests or some people that are higher in intelligence, able to speak to animals. But what I did for their space travel was to give them these big space Godzillas, right? And I say space Godzillas because they're bigger than King Kong, and Godzilla is like the most popular one. But my space Godzillas are Egyptian scarabs, the scarab that they wear around their neck, which is a beetle. This is a space beetle, a space scarab. And my people in my world summoned them sort of like the twins in Godzilla did, but they're able to summon and communicate and request, all that type of stuff, ask for their assistance out of space. And these are big space traveling life forms. They land on planets, and people are able, and other animals are able to get inside them and travel to other planets. Now, I also have people traveling through spirit bridges like in Thor, but that doesn't transport your physical body. It only transports your spiritual essence. And you can reconstitute on another planet, but you may not look like you. All right, and that's revealed in the story that I have called Cannabis Man. But in this other story, they're traveling through space in these big space scarabs, and I really wanted to get that out before Avatar came out, because I wanted to show that, you know, the limits of possibilities are greater or equally as great through natural means as it is through technological means. Now, I've been told that, you know, other people have living ships. I read a dude with a Jamaican story in space. He was white guy, wrote a Jamaican story in space. I think it's what's the name of it? Ragamuffin. And then the Lilith Broad series that Octavia Butler has a living ship that she's on. But, you know, I'm going full out cheesy, right? I'm not going high sci-fi. I'm going low Star Wars level, Warhammer 44K level, where I'm going battleships. I'm going battle bugs. I'm making this, you know, something that's more than just what you saw in Star Wars with space whales, or in Star Trek where they had to get the baby space whale off the ship because it was absorbing their energy. Mine are going to be more practical. They're going to be like space elephants, if anything. You know, you ride in them. They got air pockets for you to sit inside them and still breathe and talk with things. They travel. You can guide them pretty much, and they land, and they have things that they do to the planets that are good and bad. There's a variety of them. So I'm going all in, you know. Space scarabs, they got different names on them. My villain, I guess you could call him a villain. I'm going to let him stay a villain. Yakub travels in them, so do my heroes. But they fight, you know, amongst themselves, and they also fight, you know, big Star Wars battle cruisers, right? They fight battle cruisers the same way an elephant would fight a tank, you know, or a rhinoceros would fight a tank, you know, or, you know. So I wanted to give that something, and that was what it is. And because it's a natural technological way, a natural way to fight technology, I'm scared that it's in the same lines of thinking that James Cameron has with his Avatar series. And who knows where Avatar 3, 4, and 5, I think it's going to go 5 or 6, is going to go, right? So I wanted to put mine out there just in case you saw some traveling space bugs in the Avatar storyline, because eventually they're going to have to fight off of the planet. It's beautiful that they're fighting on the planet and keeping it all real, but they're going to have to go off the planet. And I'm already off the planet with my series, and I wanted to put it out there. So anyway, I don't know what else to expect from Avatar, but I wanted to put my ideas out so that way when I get to illustrate them, the illustrator's working on one now, but the writing of the battle with the space scarabs is coming in the way of a short story. All right, so I'm going to be writing that. Hopefully, have that done by Christmas. All right, peace.